It is September 11th, 2019. This is my daily recap video. Well, today unfortunately did not go as good as yesterday. I had three trades and two of them were losers. One of them was kind of a big loser. We'll get to that. My first trade though was MU and it was an opening range breakout. What I saw was this nice big green candlestick here on the 5-minute chart. Then it kind of looked like it was going sideways, consolidating. When it looked like it was kind of going to find support on the VWAP here on the 5-minute chart, and then if you notice, it's corresponds to the 90 EMA on the 1-minute chart. So I got in there, and then it went up a little bit, and I took some. Well, actually, it first went down, but then it went back up, and I took some profit there, and then it just went down and stopped me out for a mostly well, actually, it was a loss, a $15 loss, because I only took 15 shares off when I took some off here when I covered here or sold some here. So that was not a good trade, but I was close. I had the right idea because check this out. It went up and up. And so I was so close. I mean, just look at this. Within, it must have been a penny or two that I got stopped out. I was within a penny or two of making a nice little gain here. So that was more frustrating than actual losing the money. That was, a $15 loss, like I said, but that's not what bothers me. What bothers me is that I was so close to having a good green trade, but just got stopped out. So if I would have got a little bit better entry, then I would have been in the trade and it would have been a completely different trade. It would have turned out completely different. So my next trade was IQ. This was the one that really kills me. Um, Let me go backwards here. So this was a moving average trend trade. It looked really strong. It moved above all the averages here on the 5-minute chart. Pretty good sized green candlesticks. Mostly just upwards action above all the averages and everything here on the 1-minute chart. So I got in after a little bit of a pullback because right here, if you look at it, it looked like it was finding support right at about $18.70. So that's where I got in, and I took some profit because it went up a little bit more after that. So I'm thinking, great, this is gonna be a good trade. But it didn't work out that way. Then it came down, and what I did wrong here, this is my big error, is I had moved my stop loss down to my break even pretty much right after I got out right here, or got a partially out right here. And the reason I did that was because of my previous trade. I had lost, my max loss $15. So I kind of just didn't want to, I kind of messed my psychology. I didn't want to lose any more money. So I hurried up and got stopped out, at my break even point. So I moved my stop loss from my usual 10 cent to break even too early because of my psychology basically here. And look at this, I paid for it. Look at this. It just went up, 20 over 20 more cents. And then, went sideways a little bit. And then it goes up some more, sideways, up some more. This is crazy. Look at this. And it's just been going up and up and up for the entire morning. So at this point, I'm going to change this to the 2-minute chart so we can see more. So because I moved my stop loss prematurely and didn't want to take that loss, or was afraid of taking a loss, instead of staying in the trade, I could have had another very, very big trade. Maybe not $94 like yesterday, but I'm thinking about $70 or $80 possibly. Because look at this, look how strong it is. It's just gone up and up and up. It hasn't even hit the red line, the 20 EMA on the 1-minute chart, the whole morning, the entire morning. On the 2-minute chart, I should say. On the 1-minute chart, let's see. Actually, it never hit the 1-minute chart 20 EMA either, the red line here. It got real close right here, but it never hit. So this would have been an incredible trade if I just did not move my stop loss prematurely. So I'm just kicking myself for that. Yeah, I didn't lose any money. I made $1.50 on that trade, whoopee, but I just really screwed that up bad. So that is my biggest regret of the morning. My next trade is play. Um, this one was, I don't know. I think I don't, the closest name I have for this one is moving average trend trade. Um, it was, it was trending up pretty hard. Came back, came down, touched the 90 MA here on the 1 minute chart, the blue line. And on the 5 minute chart, that corresponds to this, this simple moving average. I don't know which one this is. I don't know if it's at 50 or the 200 on the 5 minute chart here. But look at this, was finding support, so I got in, and then all of a sudden the spread jumped on me like 10 cents, and then after that, then the stock jumped down before I can get out. Before my before so it passed my 10 cent stop loss. So I got out as soon as I could. But instead of losing, my $15, I lost $25 on that one. So that one, just one of those things that happens sometimes. That's fine. It's not a huge deal, I guess. But I was already frustrated, and then that happened. So it's just I'm just feeling kind of frustrated now. So I'm definitely not taking any more trades, and it's getting late anyway. So, anyways, the lesson to be learned from today is don't move your stop loss prematurely. I shouldn't have done that, and that cost me a very, very possible good trade. So that's another thing I got to work on.